Yeah, it was really cool.
One of mine was in that too.
We are at the Jager and Brown School, and this project is a project to honor World War II soldiers from Kentucky.
This is called the Kentucky Boys Project, and pretty much we were given 3 soldiers that were buried in either Florence or Sicily, and mine were buried in Florence. And we were only given their names the day they died and the division that they were in.
I ended up having to take a picture from a yearbook. It's about researching our soldiers that were from Kentucky that died in World War II.
You had just a tiny amount of information at the start, and then everything else was up to you. So we had like a loose rubric, but we all had the same assignment, but everything turned out so differently.
Well, this project was based upon a visit I took with students in 2011 on a World War II trip, and we went to the Ardennes Cemetery, which is in Belgium. And this cemetery had, I think, 3,000 soldiers, and I thought, my God, some of these boys never have family members to ever come see them.
It really brings kind of like a personal aspect into learning about World War II, and it kind of made me relate with the soldiers that I learned about.
We had to find all the information on our own, which is very difficult because if you think about it, all the information that we had to find was from such a long time ago. Robert was awarded the American Campaign Medal and the World War II Victory Medal.
It is to document every Kentucky boy that is buried in Europe or in Asia that were killed in World War II.
Last year was my junior year, and we did a similar project where we studied the soldiers from the graves in Belgium, and so we went to 2 grave sites, and we were able to walk through the graves, and it was just so breathtaking. It was so silent, and we just walked through the graves, and we were able to put the Kentucky flags on the graves. When I got to my soldier, I was like, oh my gosh, like this is the soldier that I studied, and it was like a connection that we had.
Most of these soldiers that we researched were so young. They were our age, and I couldn't imagine going into war at my age. And I guess finding out what they had to endure is just crazy to think about. It helps me really understand what people have had to go through and how, I guess, fortunate I am.
You research this person and then how they died, and some of those stories are really shocking, and it's like, wow, they were my age when they went into this war. Like, that could be me, or that could be my brother or something. Like, that's crazy to feel these people's pains and these families' pains.
I feel like it's a way to make it real.
So this project really put an emphasis on, it's actually a real world thing instead of just another project that you do for school, for your teacher. It actually leaves a mark on you. My grandpa's brother was killed at St. Lo in France, and so actually it made everything more real for me because it was really emotional, because my grandpa served in Vietnam, but his brother was killed in World War II.
Horrible realities of war into real perspective.
It makes history real, and it puts them in the middle of something that happened a long time ago. And they realize that history isn't history.